we'd like to now welcome in studio the light middleweight champion, the WBC light middleweight champion of the world, Tony. Lights out tonight. Harrison, what up, T?
What's up, Mason?
Baby?
How you feeling, baby? How you feeling? Thanks for having you, boy.
Listen, when we do that, and that's way like, when we do this at Little Caesars Arena, those people go crazy. When they see him, man, you have to wait. They go, wait. Because the applause do, just wait, Mace. Oh, don't go yet, wait. Tony, welcome to the show, man.
Oh, man, pleasure. The pleasure is truly mine. Truly.
Congratulations on it all. So you got to tell us how it started. You went to what elementary school?
I went to Winship Elementary School on Curtis and Greenfield, 7 Mile Greenfield area.
And then middle school was?
Winship Elementary. Then I got then trouble. As I started getting older, trouble started coming a little more frequent.
Yeah.
My mom took me away from all my friends and my neighborhood that I stayed probably 100 feet from. She took me away from the neighborhood, and I graduated from Ludington Middle School.
Oh yeah. You then went to high school where?
I went to Mumford. I went right to Mumford High School. Yeah.
Were you boxing at that time?
I definitely was boxing at the time, but it was like on and off because, like I said, my first love was football. So, I played football, and then when after football,
Did you play for one of the PAL teams, or you played?
I was a West 7 Ram when I was PAL.
West 7 Ram?
I was a West 7 Ram. Yeah.
In what position, Tony?
I played quarterback and corner.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you? How do you choose from playing football to getting into the ring?
Well, I was always boxing. I've been boxing since I was 5.
How and why?
You know what?
What did you see? What made you think that's something?
You know what? My mom pushed me into it. You know what I mean? But I was doing it on the regular. I didn't even know my lineage. My granddad was a world-renowned boxer. Then my dad did it, but I was so young that I didn't even know the history behind it. But I was just fighting every single day throughout the neighborhood and through school. And then my mom said, "You know what? It's time to put him in the gym, put his negative anger, and put all his negative tools to positive light." And I never looked back from there.
That's an amazing story you just told. As we go into this new year, people making resolutions and trying to find their niche in the world and what to do. You are able to take something negative and turn it positive. Did you, at what point did you have goals, and what fighter did you see on your own that gave you that feeling inside? You said, "Oh, I got to do it."
Yeah, you know what?
Was it anybody?
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I used to watch boxing, but it never really was a passion for me. Like I said, football was my first love. I mean, I loved everything about football. You know what I mean? But after football, and we lost our state championship, our run for football. I just decided, you can't play quarterback, running back, receiver, lineman, and center at the same time. So you know what? I put all my faith in myself. I just want to put it all on me. And so I said, you know what? Let's just go back to boxing. So if you lose or you win, it's all on you. You determine the outcome for it. So,
all right, introduce yourself to the audience so they know who's talking.
Jerry Reese
right,
from the old Crunk Boxing Gym, boxing team. But I just wanted to bring to your attention that Tony, when he was talking about football, his first cousin is Antonio Gates.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my first cousin.
That's his first cousin.
Who could be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely a Hall of Famer.
Next week.
And then I got another cousin. I got another cousin that's down here right now too, Devin Funches. He's a Carolina Panther.
Yeah.
So
It's in the blood.
It's definitely in the blood. It's definitely in the
And
blood.
then when you talk about boxing, he was Emmanuel Stewart's last protege before he passed away.
Yeah.
And then his granddaddy being Henry Hank, it's in his blood.
Tony, what did Emmanuel Stewart share with you that made you go, "Oh, wow"?
You know what? Like I said, Emmanuel took me under his wing, and he just gave me knowledge of the sport. And, before I turned pro, every single day I went over his house, I watched Tommy Hearns versus Pepito Cuevas. And I used to watch how Joe Louis was rocking. On the outside, it was barbecuing outside. It was acting a fool in the middle of the street. And that's my kind of vibe. You know what I mean? So Emmanuel told me, You the last one I'ma sign. You the last one I'ma do it with. I'm gonna do it with you just like we did with Tommy. We're gonna move you. We're gonna make you a champion. We're gonna bring good boxing back to Detroit, and that's been the whole goal since I started.
We're talking with Tony Harrison, the WBC light middleweight champion of the world. Jerry, what's different about Tony than other Kronk's fighters?
The most important thing is you never quit. Tony had some problems. He got back on his horse, started riding him, to find out what is it going to take for me to be great. Emmanuel Stewart told him that he was going to be great. His dad told him he was going to be great. It was in his granddaddy's gene that he was going to be great. And so he's basically what Detroit has always been about, to be resilient. He didn't quit. He got back out there, and he kicked some ASS. So that's what Detroit is about. We bouncing back. You don't lay down. You don't quit. You keep on going. Don't quit. I'm sorry.
I had to figure out what ass is. Like he's kicking ass. Tony, what one thing made you almost say, you know what, with the boxing?
You know what? You know, my first professional fight, I fought over in Munich, Germany. So I got the opportunity, like I said, with Emmanuel. It was so great with Emmanuel because he trained all the great world champions. So I used to go spend time with him while he was in camp overseas with Vladimir Klitschko. You know, while he was with Dawson and you know, all the champs that he had. You know, he would bring me along and tag me along, and I would see how they train. I would see how they eat. But, you know, this particular camp with Vladimir Klitschko, he was the heavyweight champion of the world, reigning for about 12 years, 22 straight defenses without losing. You know, so I had to spar him. I had to spar him on the end for the quickness and the speed. Man, he hit me with a punch. I blacked out so bad. And I said, you know what? I just came back to life and said, you know, this boxing stuff, it may not even be for me right now, you know, because, and, you know, he hit me so hard. And I'm like, this may not be the sport you want to be in. You know what I mean? But
well, what popped you back?
He was 200.
You don't get this belt with that thought pattern. What popped you back?
I had no choice, Mason. It was no plan B. I had no plan B. It was no choice. I had no other way. I had no other outlet. You know, it was either that or you know, put that energy into something that would end in a bad result. You know what I mean? So I had no other choice.
Tony Harrison, the WBC light middleweight champion of the world. Jerry, you were going to say what?
Yeah, what I'm saying is the greatest fighters are from Michigan. Therefore, you had Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Tommy Hitman Hearns. Now you got Superbad, Tony Harrison, and Floyd Mayweather, who is from Vegas. There's a possibility that we'll have a drawing for Mayweather, because when Mayweather see that, hey, this guy is better than he is, it's going to challenge him. So if we have that here in Detroit at Little Caesar Arena, now you get a chance to see the new man in town, which is Superbad. And Mayweather don't take that too personal because, you know, we're all good friends. But he said he's the best in Michigan and the best in the world. So if the greatest fighters come out of Michigan, why not fight in Michigan? So Tony, and if Adrian Broner next weekend win the belt and want to move up a weight, we challenging him too. So it doesn't make a difference. All going down in the D. And we bouncing back.
Tony, you talked about what fighters eat. People would be curious to know some of the diet of a well-trained fighter. What would be some of the things we'd be shocked maybe or puzzled by that they eat, that you eat at this point?
I mean, it's really nothing puzzling. I'm a seafood kind of guy, lean. I'm a lean kind of guy. I'm a seafood kind of guy. I'm a fish, salad kind of guy. But to keep my protein and energy, my brother loaded me with peanut butter. It's a lot of I eat scoops of peanut butter in the morning every day. For
stay with fish.
energy.
How about red meat?
I'm not really a red meat kind of guy. I'm not really, I may eat a steak every now and then, but it's not priority for me. It's not one of those things that's on my bucket list to eat.
Thomas Hearns did not like to jump rope.
Right.
What of all of that routine is you're least likely to enjoy?
Running. running. First off, they're getting you up early, and especially in Detroit, it's super cold. So you getting up at 4 a.m.
And you're running how far?
Maybe 5-6 miles a day.
5 or 6 miles.
Maybe 5 or 6 miles, and it's blistering cold outside.
You do this 5 or 6 mile run, and then what's next?
And then I go back, give me a little breakfast.
What's breakfast?
Breakfast for me is a couple over easy eggs, a bowl full of fruit, a nice little orange juice. I'm asleep after that.
And that's it. So then you rest. When do you go into the ring?
I go into the gym around like 12:30ish. I own my own gym right there on the west side of Detroit, Puritan in Wisconsin. So I go to the gym. Then I got my sparring partners here that I'm sparring with that's pushing me to the max. They be from all over Atlanta, Ohio. So I bring those guys in.
What do you work on first before you spar?
I may do some jump rope. I just warm up. It's just something to do with warm up. Maybe shadow box or jump rope. I mean, do something like that just to get my blood going and then stretch. I'm right to it.
How do you relax the night before the fight? And what is your routine 2 hours before the fight? Are you drained by the people, one wrapping your hands or coming well-wishers? When do you cut the well-wishers off?
I can't relax. Before the fight, like, my adrenaline is pumping. My mind is racing 100 different, my mind plays the fight, 100,000 different times in different ways and how the fight could turn out. So, I can't rest. I can't sleep. I'm up, I get out of the bed when I'm laying down. I just start shadow boxing. I start walking around because, my mind is everywhere. I'm everywhere, especially these fights now when, everything matters, so I can't rest. I can't sleep. I just try to find ways to occupy my time, so I may go out and grab some food or something, but, 2 hours before the fight, I'm getting my hands wrapped. I'm doing pad work. That's when it's more mellow for me because it's just all of us. It's just the team. The same people I've been in the gym grinding with, my brother, my father, my auntie, my other brother, my cut man. So it's just us in there. So now it's just back to, we back hitting the pads back there, getting warmed up before the fight. We say our little prayer. And then now, you hear that, man, you getting ready to walk into the ring, you hear, man, so that's my song. So then I'm getting all hyped up and pumped up for my Detroit music, my little Sada Baby or whatever, my little Snap Dog or, whoever I'm coming out to. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm jugging now. I'm dancing.
How far out from the actual ringing of the bell to start the fight do you know you're ready? Is it 3 days out, the day before, a week, a month? When do you know that you're finally tuned?
It'd probably be like the week before the fight. The week before the fight, and because it's all a process. So you got 6 weeks of sparring. The first week my nose is bleeding. The second week my lip is bleeding. The third week I got a headache. The fourth week my hands are hurting. The fifth week, my jaw's in unlined. It ain't in line no more. And then the 6th week, everything is clicking, and now I'm giving them all them problems in 1 week. You know what I mean? So now everything just clicked together. I'm not getting hit as much no more. My body is tough enough to take these punches that I started off taking. Now they don't hurt as bad no more. I'm moving more fluent. I'm punching better, and everything is just clicking. That's how I know you're ready.
WBC light middleweight champion of the world, Tony Harrison. We'll just spend just a couple more minutes. What are you most proud of your physique? Is it the arms, the abs? What is it about your physique that's special to you that you're really proud of?
My physique, I would say my abs. If we could be summer all year round, I probably would be like J.R. Smith with no shirt on all the time. All the time I had no shirt on. So I'm probably more proud of my ab work.
You do how many sit-ups?
I've been doing sit-ups since I was 5 years old, man. So I just think, once I got it going and once, I don't even have to do sit-ups no more and it's like it's there still, So I've been doing sit-ups since I was 5 years old consistently.
Most you've ever done?
1,000.
Whoa.
1,000 sit-ups in a day.
That's why he's the champion,
That's
Mason.
right. That's what champions
Hard work. every day.
This belt, the WBC belt, talk about the belt a little bit. I'm going to turn it around. That belt has pictures of other champions and those who are integrated into the game. And that has every flag on the planet Earth.
Every flag.
Yeah.
World champion.
That belt symbolizes that you are the #1 fighter in the world. That it got every country's flag. You got it's the most prestige belt in the sport of boxing. That's the belt everybody shoots for. It's 4 major world sanctioning bodies, but this is the belt. This is the one everybody shoots for. This is the Muhammad Ali. This is the one you see when you watch movies.
Regardless of the outcome, are you able to keep this belt?
This is mine.
For life.
This is mine. This will never go anywhere else. This is mine. This is history. This is history for Detroit. This is history. This is mine. This is ours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the conversation with the WBC light middleweight champion of the world, Tony Harrison. Tony, thanks for coming down and spending some time with us. That was great conversation.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I just want to get
I want to make a correction. When I said Floyd is from Las Vegas, he live in Las Vegas, but he's from Grand Rapids,
Right.
Michigan. That's why I say they saying that he's one of the greatest. He say he's one of the greatest. He say actually he's the greatest. But I say Tony is the greatest. So, we will find out real soon.
We will. This was great today. I appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you.
Right.
Tony, 1,000 thank yous for coming and stopping in today.
Mm,
And continued
mm.
success. The next fight is?
We're
waiting to see.
Yeah, we wait. It looks like it's going to be spring. I'm trying to get it here in Detroit, but it's looking like it's going to be spring.
Okay.
So, I thank you, Mason. I thank you. I want to just thank everybody that's been a part of the journey with me. I want to thank Detroit. I want to thank Superbad Fitness and all our kids in there that's grinding every day to become that next world champ because, you got to be consistent with everything you do.
So when you're announced at Little Caesars, I pretend like I don't have a clue to who you are or why they even want to do this, because I'm trying to get them to hype me, right? So I did that. I kind of like faded, like I don't. And they're like, you're gonna have to introduce him. I'm like, yeah, okay. Now tell me his name again. And they're like, listen, Mason, we really want you to do this with some hype. So I'm hyping them, but they don't know it, so that I can do what I love to do. Man, it's a lot of pride when I got a chance to do it twice, and that's just a lot of pride to do that.
And they gave him a lot of love, so that was special.
Man,
Very
did
special.
they give him a lot of love.
That was the day after. That was the day after he won the title.
Right.
He won the title December
was shocked.
22nd in Brooklyn. And then on that Sunday, the 23rd, he had him at the game. And the crowd went crazy.
Man.
When he left, he thought he was Elvis Presley.
That's right.
Muhammad Ali.
I will only shake your hand. I made a mistake once of lying to Thomas Hearns one summer day. I said to him, hey, man, I was an AAU champion. I swear to God. His body looked like it turned into the Incredible Hulk. All of a sudden, he got taller. His chest got wider. His arms got longer. And it took him a second and I said, I'm only kidding, Tommy, but it still took him a second to release back to being a person. I'm like, hey, dude, now I was kidding, Tommy.
The reason that, Mason, back in those days when Tommy was fighting, he was an AAU national champion.
Right.
So that's what probably clicked in his mind. That was they had the Golden Gloves and the AAU.
It must.
And that's what put him on top of the world.
For
winning that.
Being from Cleveland, my childhood friend became a champion, and I remember introducing him to Muhammad Ali and telling Ali, my friend will be a champion. And he sparred with my friend right there. His name was Jeffrey Stottlemyre.
Oh, that was my guy.
Yeah.
We call him Jeff.
Yeah.
He was a man.
Stottlemyre.
Is he still around?
I think he's passed away.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I did hear
Passed
that.
away.
Yeah, he was an international champion.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a little kid who just wanted to do it, and Ali came to our school.
But I just want to bring one last note about Ali. Ali fought his last fight on the same card in Nassau, Bahamas with Tommy Hearns. That year, Tommy Hearns had lost to Sugar Ray Leonard, and Ali had lost to Larry Holmes. So he had one more fight against Trevor Burbick in Nassau, Bahamas. That was in 1981, December of 1981. So that was his last fight. Ali fought his last fight on the same card with Thomas Hitman Hearns.
WBC light middleweight champion of the world, Tony Harrison, Detroit, baby.
We got
Detroit
it back.
stand up. Detroit stand up.
Man, we
We're
love
looking
it,
for
man.
more champions in this town. The Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers,
They got a
the
lot
Red
of running
Wings.
to catch up with
Yeah.
that belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see that thing? Tony,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, man.
Anytime,
Blessings to
Mason.
you,
Thank you,
All right,
baby.
boss.
That was awesome.
See y'all boys later, man.
That was awesome. Look at this thing.